Please let me know if you can see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Can you see the Excel? Can you see the Excel?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now this is the data is there. Okay, let me start with the two groups. Okay, supposing that this is the data you have obtained, and supposing that this is the values of six different animals. So you have a group 1 and group 2. You have two group number of groups, and each group you have got six number of animals. Okay, so this is the individual data of the six animals. This is from group 1 and this is from group 2. Okay, this is another study, okay, where there is only one group, but you have taken the reading twice, pre and post. That means before treatment and after treatment, any kind of treatment you have done, that is a pre and post treatment. Okay, so now when you have this kind of data, the first thing that you will have to do, you will have to find out the mean, find out the mean. And then second thing that you are required to find out is the standard deviation. Okay, and thirdly, that is quite commonly used, that is the standard error. So these things you must have studied in the statistics. Okay, so I'll show you how to calculate these things. So what we do, first of all, let us calculate the average value. How to calculate the average value in the Excel. Okay, so now first of all, let us do the find out the average value of the group 1. So for this, what you do, put a equal to sign, okay, and then type average, average, average. After writing average, then put a bracket. Okay, after putting bracket, you can select like this way, you select and then press enter. So now this is the average value, 39.8 something. This is the average value of the group 1. Now for group 2, you don't have to do it once again, just simply drag it from here. So this is the average value, 79.77. It is the average value of the group 2. Okay, so this is the average value, or simply we call it a mean value. This is the mean value. Now second thing we require is the standard deviation. Okay, to standard deviation, again the same way, put a equal to sign, then write STDEV, then put the bracket. Okay, and then again select this data for which you want to calculate the standard deviation, and then press enter. Okay, so 1.29, this is the standard deviation. So for this one, you don't have to do it once again, just simply drag this one here. So this is 1.79 is the standard deviation for group 2. So how you will write this while writing in the table? So like you will write like this, say group 1, then group 2. Okay, so the mean value is the 39.8. okay, and then you will write plus minus 1.2. Actually plus minus 1.2 I cannot write it in the Excel, but it can be written in the MS Word. So let me show you in the MS Word how to write this. So let me put a table here. So let us say this is the group 1, this one is the group 2. Okay, so while writing, how I will write this? First of all, I write the mean value of group 1. It is 39.8 something. Okay, fine, 39.87. Okay, then thereafter I am to write the standard deviation. How I will write here? I just put here plus minus this sign, plus or minus sign. Okay, then the standard deviation 1.29. Same thing here, under group 2 I'll write 79.77, 79.77, then plus minus 1.79, 1.79. It is called plus or minus. Okay, this is the way we have to write. Okay, but nowadays most of the people don't write the standard deviation. Instead of that, they write the standard error. So how we will write the standard error here? So simply put a equal to sign. Okay, fine. Then select this one, select the standard deviation. Okay, divided by, they put a oblique sign. Okay, then put a number. Number is the how many number of animals. So here in my example there are 6 numbers, so I'll put 6 here and press enter. This is the standard error. So just drag it. Okay, fine. So that means standard error is equal to standard deviation divided by, sorry, I just made a mistake here. Standard error is equal to, let me put it in the paint here, I'll write it here. So this, if you just remember this formula, so this will be okay. So standard error, okay, standard error is equal to standard deviation, okay, divided by square root of n. So what is n here? N is the number of animals, okay, or number of values. So in my example there are 6 values. So how I will write it here? Equal to sign, okay, standard deviation, put a oblique sign, okay, then square root of 6, because there are 6 animals or 6 values. So SQRT, square root, put a bracket and put 6 here. Close the bracket, press enter. So this is the standard error. Drag this one here. Okay. So now how alternatively how we can write this, because this is 39.87, then standard error is 0.52. So here if we write a mean plus minus standard error, so let here 0.52, and here mean plus minus standard error, that is 0.73. So this is the way we are to present our data. Okay, so it is up to you whether you select standard deviation or standard error. Okay, so generally what happens when we are performing the study in a very huge population, so we are to take the standard error. But if we are taking a small population, or if we are doing the things in a laboratory, let us assume that these are the values we have obtained in our laboratory. We have done some experiment in the laboratory, and based on that we have got these 6 values. So in that case it is better to take standard deviation. But when you are doing it in a very large population, so you should take standard error. Okay, fine. So same thing for pre and post, same thing we can do it here. Average, put a bracket, then select the values. This is the mean value, this is the mean value of the post treatment. Okay, standard deviation, STDEV, then select the values, press enter. Okay, this is the standard deviation. Now for standard error, standard deviation divided by square root of number of values. There are 6 values, 6, close bracket, press enter. So this is how we calculate the mean and standard error. Okay, fine. Now what is next? Next is that here we want to see if the mean value of group 1 is different from group 2. If you look into the mean value, let me increase the font size. if you look into the mean value of group 1 and group 2, let me bold it. Okay, so you can easily see that group 1 the mean value is more than less than the group 2. That means there is a difference, but we cannot say there is a difference, because for that we will have to use some statistics. We will have to use the statistics to see if the difference is there or not. Okay, so this statistics you can do it either in the Excel or in the R software. I'll show this in both. Okay, so for Excel, what you will do, just click the data button. There is in the upper tab you will find a data here. Click there. So now in this pane, what you see is that towards the right hand corner there is a tab called data analysis. You can click over there. Okay, but sometimes this tab is not there. So in that case, if the tab is not there, what you do, just click the window button. Okay, and then there is a option here called Excel options. Excel options. So it is different with the different MS Office. Okay, in the Excel version, click in the add-ins. Okay, so in the add-ins, in the bottom side, go to the manage Excel add-ins. Click go here, and thereafter you select the analysis tool pack. Analysis tool pack. This you have to select and press OK. In my case, already it is selected. Okay, fine. Now we come back to here. We click the data analysis. Click there. After clicking there, you select the regression. You select the t-test. Okay, this is the t-test. The first one, to say sample t-test assuming equal variance. Select this one, click OK. Now you have two edit box, variable 1 and variable 2. Okay, so click the variable 1 and select the first group like this. Okay, then click the variable 2, select the second group. Okay, fine, and you select the labels here. Label will indicate that the top row is the label, because here in this particular table the top row is the label group 1 and group 2. Select this one. Okay, and then click OK. Okay, so now the next window opens. So what you can see here is that, okay, just come to this one, two tail. Okay, so here it indicates the p value. Okay, so p value, if it is less than 0.05, then the difference is significant. If the p value is more than 0.05, that means there is no difference. Okay, so in this case difference is there, because what you see is that here the value, what you can see is that, I'll zoom it. So this is the p value. Okay, so p value is 8.44 something. Okay, what it means is that this is 8.4 into 10 raised to power minus 13. That means it is very much less than 0.05. So this indicates that these two groups are different. They have got significant difference. Okay, now in this case you have two independent groups, but in this case you have you don't have two groups, you have got only one group. Okay, so the one group is before treatment, and that means in one group only you have taken the data twice. Okay, before treatment, after treatment. Maybe the group is same. Okay, but the time is different. So for this kind of data, if you want to see the difference of the mean, so you will have to go for paired t-test. Paired t-test. Okay, so for paired t-test, again the same way. Okay, you go to the data analysis. Okay, then here you will find the t-test paired two sample for means. Okay, so this is a paired t-test. Click OK. Okay, The same way, variable 1, select here, then variable 2, select here, click labels and click OK. So here what you will see, sorry, so here what you will see, this value, this is the p value, it is 8.8 e minus 10, that means it is 8.8884 into 10 raised to power minus 10. It is there. This is also very much less than 0.05. So this indicates that here these two values are significantly different. Although it by looking into the values you can make out they are different or not, but while while writing your thesis and all, you will have to mention what is the p value. Okay, fine. Sometimes what happens, the difference is not that much. So in that case, what will happen, you will get you will see the difference, slight difference, but that difference, whether it is significant or not, you will have to carry out the t-test. So you will carry out t-test, unpaired t-test, if you have two different groups. But if you have only one group and you have taken the values in two different time, then you have to go for paired t-test. Okay, so this is about the t-test. Okay, now let me remove this thing. So same thing I'll show you in the R software. So this one is the R software, so you are already familiar. Okay, so in the R software you open it. Okay, so after opening it, you click the open files. So I'll send you some scripts. Okay, so click open file, and here you have to select the R script for t-test. So this one, the R script for t-test. Okay, fine. So now what you will do, okay, first of all we'll have to do the unpaired t-test. Let us do the unpaired t-test. Okay, so for unpaired t-test, this one, we select the values and we copy this. Okay, then come to the R software and put the cursor in this copy data and click run here. Okay, click run again click run. Now what you find here, so this is the result of the t-test. Okay, so here this is the p value, that is 6.4 into this means that it is very much less than 0.05. Okay, and this is the mean value of the group 1 and mean value of the group 2. Okay, so this is the unpaired t-test. Now we carry out the paired t-test. This one, select this one, copy, come back here. So for paired t-test, click here and click run. So this is the result of the paired t-test. Okay, so paired t-test also indicates that there is a significant difference between two treatments. Okay, that means before treatment and after treatment. This is the paired t-test. Okay, so this is about how to do it in the Excel as well as in the R software. Okay, now we come to the situation when you have many groups. So if you have two groups, so no problem, you can do the t-test, but when you have many groups, you cannot do the t-test. So for this, what you will have to do, you will have to, first of all, you will have to carry out the one-way ANOVA. First of all, you will have to carry out the one-way ANOVA. So in one-way ANOVA, if the p value is less than 0.05, okay, go for determination of critical difference. Okay, so that means if the p value is let me make one more statement here. If the p value is more than 0.05, so all groups are same. This will, if the p value of the ANOVA is more than 0.05, this will indicate that the mean of all the groups, they are similar. There is no difference. Difference you will observe, but that difference is non-significant. If the p value is less than 0.05, this means that at in all these groups, okay, few means either all groups are different or at least two groups are different. Okay, now once this situation comes, this is the number 3. Once the number 3 situation comes, this means that the difference exists among the groups. Now which two groups are different, you will not know. Okay, to know that you will have to determine the critical difference. Okay, so there are many ways of determining the critical difference. Say for example, one is the Duncan mean range test, then Tukey's test, okay, then LSD test. So there are many. Okay, then say Bonferroni test. Okay, there are many ways how we can determine the critical difference. Okay, so this determination of critical difference in the Excel is very difficult. Okay, so that's why I'll show you in the R software. It is easier. So in the R software, I'll show you how to use these two methods, Tukey's test and Duncan mean range test. Okay, so let us proceed with that. So this is the data. Okay, and now what we'll do, as earlier, we'll have to find out the mean value and we'll find out the standard deviation. Okay, fine. So average, so this is the average value of the group 1. Let me, okay, then standard deviation, this is the standard deviation. So at present I am not going to do the standard error here. Okay, now I will carry out the ANOVA. Okay, to carry out the ANOVA, I'll go back to the R software. I'll close this script for t-test and I will open the script for the ANOVA. One-way ANOVA. Open. Okay, this is a script for one-way ANOVA. Now to carry out one-way ANOVA, we require one package that is called Agricole. So for this we require a package that is called Agricole. So this is the R package that is to be installed. Okay, now how we can install this particular package, I will show you. Okay, in this R software, if you see the bottom right hand corner, this box is there, edit box. So here there is a option called packages. You can see here, click the option packages. Okay, then click install. Here is a button here called install, click it. Okay, so after clicking this one, you type the name of the package, Agricole. Okay, and then click install. Okay, so this package will get installed in your computer. Okay, so it is already installed, so I'm not going to install it. Okay, fine. Now what you will do, just like earlier, okay, we select this data, copy, and then put your cursor here at this point and click run. Just go on running, okay. So now this is the ANOVA. So what you can see is that here in the ANOVA, the p-value, it is very much less than 0.05. 2e minus 16 means 2 into 10 raised to power minus 16. It is very much less than 0.05. So the ANOVA, it says that the difference exists among the groups, okay. Now the next thing you'll have to do, just like in this point here. So this is number 3 is satisfying. P value is less than 0.05. Now we go for determination of the critical difference, okay. So for critical difference, okay, fine. First of all, we go for this one, DMRT. DMRT stands for Duncan Mean Range Test, okay, fine. Click here, again click. So after clicking this one, you will get these things, okay. So how you will write this? You see here in the group 1, over the mean value you have to write A, group 3 B, like that. What it indicates is that you see the group 3, group 5, group 6, group 7, group 4, group 2, all these groups, they have got similar letters, but the group 1, the letter is different. This indicates that all these groups, their mean values are not different, but the mean value of group 1 is different from all of them, okay. So how you will write while presenting? So writing, how you will write, okay, let me copy this into the MS Word. Okay, so here these are the mean values, because while writing in the thesis or in the paper, you will not write all the values. You will write only the mean value plus or minus standard deviation or standard error. So in this case, what I have done is that I have not calculated the standard error. So likewise, what you will do is say 5, the first group 1 is 5 plus minus 5. So here plus minus 0.5. Then this one, group 2, plus minus it is 0.6. 0.6. This one, say plus minus 0.7. 0.7. This one plus minus 0.9. So likewise, I'll put in all 1.4, 0.9, 0.8, 1.4, this one, 0.9, and one is 0.8. Okay, so this is the way we have written as earlier. Okay. Okay. Now how we will put the superscripts here? So what we will do? Here the group 1, over the mean we will put the superscript as A. This is group 1. So here we will put superscript A. Okay. Then here, if you see in all the groups, the letter is B. So here above them, all of them, I'll put B. Okay. So this is the way we are to present our data. B like this in all these things. we'll put B. Okay, so this is the way we are to present our data. Okay, fine. So by looking at this, we can make out that this group 1 has got A, and these are all of them, they have got B. What you see is that their values are not exactly same. Still, they are statistically, there is no difference between these groups. Okay, but the group 1 is different from all of them. That's why we have put separate letter A. Okay. So now this putting of this letter, it is very difficult, because you can do it manually also, but manually there is a possibility of committing errors. Okay, so if you use this software, so there is no possibility of committing errors. Okay. Okay, so this is about how we, okay, one more thing I forgot to tell. So this one we have done the Duncan test. Okay, fine. Now there is a second test that is called Tukey's test. You can also do the Tukey's test. So if you are doing the Tukey's test, simply put it in the Tukey's test. Okay, click run, and again click run. Okay, so what you will see, you will get the similar result. The group 1 has got A, others have got B. Okay, so generally the question comes that whether we should determine critical. So the question comes that whether we should use the Duncan test or Tukey's test or what test. So there is no answer to this question. So in general, what we do, we generally go for the Duncan test, and sometimes we go for Tukey's test. So Duncan test is quite sensitive. That means if there is if there is a slight difference in the mean also, it will show the difference. But Tukey's test is not that much sensitive. It is less sensitive. That is the only difference. But there is no hard and fast rule that in what conditions you will use Tukey's test, in what condition you will use this what you call Duncan test. Okay, no such condition. But one thing is there, you have to understand that Duncan test and Tukey's test you will use only when the groups are independent. In my example, the groups are independent. Okay, if they are dependent groups, you should not use Duncan test or Tukey's test. That is to be remembered. I'll show you in the next this thing. Okay. Okay. So this is about when we are doing the one-way ANOVA. Okay. Now, okay. Thereafter, we proceed to the next one. Now, when we carry out the two-way ANOVA, let us assume that we have seven groups. Okay, fine, and we have taken the readings, okay, weekly up to say 21 days. Now in this case we should go for two-way ANOVA. That means here there are two things. One is the between group variation, okay, because in this case we are taking 7 groups. Okay, fine. Then next is within group variation. Within group variation. What is this within group variation? So let us assume that we have got 7 groups, okay, and we are taking the reading weekly, say week 1, week 2, week 3, like that. Now what is to be remembered to seen is that in a week 1, in the first week, we'll see that whether the 7 groups are showing difference or not. And again week 2, we'll see that 7 groups are showing difference or not. Week 3, again we'll see that 7 groups are showing difference or not. That is one way. This is called between group variation. Now within group variation. So in this case, say group 1, the first group, okay, whether it is showing difference in 7 days. The first group in the first week, second week, third week, fourth week, are they showing any difference? Just in this case, you forget that there are 7 groups. Just we are concentrating only one group. Say group 1, okay, first week, second week, third week, fourth week. Is there any difference? This is called within group variation. That means variation within a group in different time. Similarly, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, all these groups, okay, individually these groups you will study whether there is a difference in different time interval or not. Okay, so this is called repeated measures or repeated measures design, where you are repeatedly taking the reading from the same group of animals. Okay, so now two-way, what is called two-way ANOVA, because in one way what you are doing is that you are seeing the difference between different groups in a particular time. In another way what you are doing is that you are seeing the difference between a same group in different time interval, different time and different groups. So you have a two-way, you are going in two-way. So this is also, but there is a confusion between the two-factor ANOVA and two-way ANOVA. Okay, so generally when we say two-way ANOVA, actually two-way ANOVA is a broad term. Let me show it here. It is a broad term. So one is called two-factor ANOVA and the second one is called two-way mixed ANOVA. Mixed ANOVA, the one which I am talking about, it is two-way mixed ANOVA. That means why it is mixed? Because one way, in one way you are seeing the different groups, different independent groups. In another way you are seeing the difference within a group. Okay, so within a group difference, it is dependent group, and between different groups it is the independent groups. Okay, that's why it is two-way mixed ANOVA. Two-factor ANOVA, it will come into occurrence supposing that you are studying the effect of the pH and temperature, two different factors. So in that case you will have to go for two-factor ANOVA, that is different. So I'll show you how to do the two-way mixed ANOVA. So this is the data of the two-way mixed ANOVA. Okay, so first of all we'll have to carry out the two-way mixed ANOVA. Okay, so what we are doing is that just this is the names of the group 1, this is group 2, okay, then this one is the say group 3, group 4. So you will have to write in the name of the groups in repeated manner this way. Okay, fine. And in the this column you'll have to write the names of the different time. Okay, fine. And this is the ID. ID is the animal ID. Okay, so this is the group 1. Okay, this is the, so you have given some ID to a particular animal. So here I put 1 2 3 4. You can put any ID. Okay, but every number should be specific for one animal only. Okay, then here to write the groups. Okay, so remember, because our software, it is very much sensitive to the caps. Okay, so you put the caps and spelling mistakes. So you write the group as capital G ROUPS. If you write the small g, then it will show the error. Okay, and here in the ID all I and D should be small, and these things it is up to you how you write. Okay, fine. Okay, now let us proceed to the ANOVA. I'm going to close this. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell. So this particular data, whatever is given here, you have to, this is not the way of presenting the data. You will have to convert this data into this form. Let me remove this. In this form. Okay, So in this form, what you will do, write the groups. Okay, they are different groups, capital G R O U P S. Okay, then here the time. Okay, so here I put the capital D A Y S, so you also put the same way. Okay, and here you put the values, whatever value it is. Okay, and this is the animal ID. Okay, so for group 1, day 0. Okay, right, like this, and then put the values in this way. Okay, then group 2, like this, day 0 this way. Likewise group 3, this way you write. Okay, fine. Then group 4, group 5. Okay, then again next is the next time, day 7. Group 1, day 7. Again it starts from 1 2 3 4, like this. This way you will arrange your data. Okay, fine. Now we will open the two-way the script for the two-way ANOVA. Now to carry out this ANOVA, you will require these 3 packages. So the way I have shown you to install the AgriCode package, similarly this tidyverse and this Broom, these 2 packages you can install in the same way. After installation we can start. Okay, so then after installation, what you will do, you will select this data. So this form of data, it is called long form of data. Okay, so you'll have to convert your data in the long form. Copy. Okay, so after copying, come back to the R software, click here in the library, begin from here, click run, again click run, this way just go on clicking run and all. Okay, fine. Okay, so after finishing the run, what you do, come back to the Excel. Okay, here what you will do, simply paste it, so it gets pasted here. This is the ANOVA, it gets pasted here. So one thing I need to tell you, actually I have already selected the option. So what you will have to do, let me show it once again. I'll open a new Excel sheet here. Let me close it and I'll open it once again. Then it will be better. Is taking time. Please wait for a while. It's taking some time. Okay, so I'll open this once again. Okay, I've opened it. Okay, now if I click paste here, it will paste in this way. Okay, so for this you just click data. Okay, then click the text to columns, then click next, and here you check the comma, click comma, then click finish. So now what you see is that this ANOVA table, it gets copied here. So here it is showing this hash sign because I need to put it like this. Okay, so this is the two-way ANOVA that we have obtained. Okay, fine. So now this is the source of variation. This is the days, groups, group days, residuals, all these things. So here what things to be seen is that this days are significant. What it means is that this means that the groups are they are having difference in different time interval. Okay, fine. Then groups. Okay, groups are also significant because here the p-value is less than 0.05. Okay, so it means that the different groups, they are different from each other. That means their means are different. Okay, now what it means is that now you will have to go for critical difference. If the p-value is more than 0.05, you can stop it here. Okay, so what is in case of two-way ANOVA? Okay, if we just go back here, yeah, in one-way ANOVA only you have to do the Duncan t-test, but in case of two-way ANOVA, here what happens? It's a two-way ANOVA. If the p-value is less than 0.05, then you have to see two things. One is, because of course you'll have to go for critical difference. So critical difference, again for two-way ANOVA there are two types. One is between group critical difference, okay, in different time. Next is within group, between group critical difference in a particular time. And here within group variation, okay, in a particular group, okay, in different time. Okay, so this one, it is similar to the one-way ANOVA. After one-way ANOVA, how you do the critical difference, it is like that. This one, okay, it is bit different. Okay, in this case the critical difference can be find out, you can find out the critical difference using say Duncan test or DMRT, or you can use the Takis test. Okay, anyone you can do, but in this case you should not do the Takis test or Duncan test. The reason is that for within group variation, that means, as you know, if you read about the Duncan test and Takis test, the important thing is that the data should be independent. But in this case, what is happening? You are seeing the variation of the values within a same group. Okay, that means same group means you are taking in the same group only, you are taking in different time interval. So group is same. That means all these values are dependent. So you cannot do the Duncan test and Takis test. Of course, if you do it, the software will do it, because software does not understand all these things. But you should not do it. Okay, so for this, the most important way how we find out the critical difference, it is the Bonferroni method with pairing. Okay, or so this is the way we do here. Okay, or properly if I write, it will be pairwise paired t-test followed by Bonferroni correction, or simply we can write it as Bonferroni method. Okay, I'll show you how to do it. Okay, now I'll close this Now first of all, what I will do here, I will find out the between group critical difference. Okay, to find out the critical between group critical difference, what I will do, I will arrange my data in this way. This is the day 0. Day 0, this is the value of group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4 like this. This is the day 7. Group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6, group 7. This way I have arranged. And these are the values. So I will see the difference one by one. Okay. So let me start with the day 0. Okay. So now I'll open the R script for between group variation. Open file. Between group critical difference. Open. Okay, fine. Now here again, one thing, it is not written here. Okay, so let me start with the day 0. I just selected my data, over here, okay, click here, click run, then first of all I'll do the DMRT, Duncan test. So these are the values. What you see is that all the values, they have got similar letter A. This means that in the day 0, all these values, their mean values are same, no difference. Okay. Now I'll do with the day 7. I'll copy this. I'll repeat the same way. Click run. So the day 7, what you see is that the group 1 has got A, and group 3, group 5 others, they have got B like this. Okay. So same way, day 7, day 14, I'll do the I'll find out the difference in this way. Okay. That means you have to arrange your data in this way. Although for this the practice, I have not incorporated, I have not taken the day 14 day data. Just for your understanding, I have taken only 2. Okay. Now thereafter, we have finished this one, between group variation. So I have done Duncan test. You can do Duncan or Takis test, up to you. Now next is the within group variation. Okay. So within group variation, okay, so we will have to arrange our data for within group variation in this way. Okay, this is the group 1, day 0, day 7, day 14, day 21. Group 2, day 0, day 7, day 14, day 21. This way I have arranged it. Group 3 like this. Okay, so I will start with the, because here it is called within group variation. Why within group variation? Because this day 0, day 7, whatever values you are seeing, these are the values of the same group. So that is why it is called repeated measures. Okay, because you are repeatedly taking the reading in the same group of animals. Okay, so I will start with the group 1. So for that, let me close this, and I will open the script for open file, open the script for within group critical difference. Open. Okay. Now for within group critical difference, we require these 2 packages. So these 2 packages, it should be installed in your computer. So these 2 packages are one is the R statics and second one is the R companion. These 2 packages you can install. So after installation, you can do it. Okay. So for installation, you require internet connection. But for carrying out all these things, you do not require internet connection. Only for installation of the packages, you require internet connection. Okay. So Now what we do, I go for the, I need to find out whether the in the group 1 different days has got any, which days are different. Okay, let me select for group 1, copy. Okay, then from here I will start run and run. So now in the bottom what you see, day 0, I am putting the this software has put the letter A. Okay, day 7 B, day 14 C, then C, A B C C, something like this. Here A B C C. So what it means is that this this day 7 is different from day 0, and also it is different from day 14 and day 21. But the day 14, these values are, and day 14 and day 21, their values are similar. No, significant difference is not there, but they are different from the day 7 and day 0. Okay, fine. So what you will do, as I have shown it earlier, in the mean, over the mean value, you will put this A here. Okay, now same thing I can do it for group 2, second group. I copy it. Okay, I'll start from the beginning, run. Okay, so this is for A B C C. Similar letters it is coming here also, B C C. So same way for group 3. I just go on clicking, it is coming like this. Okay, A B C C. So this is how we can determine the critical difference. Okay, so